Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start some varsity action, but I just want to show you this. That's Aiden Sullivan, a senior from Winona. He was the 2025 Big Springs Conference Player of the Year, and man, he is a beast. He averaged 26 and 11 during the entire Big Springs Conference. I'm just gonna break that down for you. 26 points, 11 rebounds is what he averaged in the Big Springs Conference tournament. You can see him standing right there facing us, and he is on the far left of all those Winona boys. Aiden Sullivan, we're going to be talking about him quite a bit tonight in this game. Also, another senior I want to talk about here, Caden Willard. Caden Willard is an absolute beast of a player. He's a sophomore for the Alton Comets, and he was voted the 2025 Big Springs Conference All-Player Tournament. You'll see him on the bench. He'll be doing his run out. But those are our two players to watch tonight here in this game. I just felt like it was important to mention those players as some players to watch for here in tonight's matchup of Alton Comet basketball.
For your Alton Comets. Starting at guard, the 5'9" sophomore.
Starting five for the Comets, Caden Willard. Just a sophomore. He has been a beast this season. Jacob Ruddy, also your starter. He's been really good at the shooting guard position for the Comets.
Guard, the 5'10" sophomore, number 11,
Cade Clary, another guard here starting for your Alton Comets. Improvement has been tremendous from last season. He's only a sophomore. And then you got your lone senior, Jaden Cisco. He's going to lead this squad tonight. And then you'll have Corbin Tharp as your fifth man, the big train Corbin Tharp. He has been a beast. Talk about in the Big Springs Conference Tournament, we saw a lot of Corbin Tharp under the rim. Corbin Tharp, just been really good, and we're going to see some more of him tonight. So we've got Winona and Alton here starting out. Here's tip-off. So here we go. We're just waiting on the ball. I think it's getting cleaned off real quick. So the Winona Wildcats took third in the Big Springs Conference Tournament, and the Alton Comets took fifth. So here we are, tip-off here. Corbin Tharp wins the tip-off, and we're underway. The Comets and the Winona Wildcats. Willard over to Cisco. Cisco back to Willard. Over to Cade Clary. Your Comets wearing the white jerseys and the Winona Wildcats wearing their purples. Here in this one, Clary gonna take a three, and the Comets are on the board. It's 3 points for Cade Clary, and we're up to 3-0 lead for the Comets. Aiden Sullivan taking it down the court. He's gonna drive the shot. He's fouled by Corbin Tharp, and he's gonna go to the line and shoot two. So like we talked about before the game, Aiden Sullivan, your 2025 Big Springs Conference Player of the Year, voted by the many area parents and fans of high school basketball. SEMO Sports putting on that poll, a very good poll, very good turnout. He misses both of his free throws. I may have jinxed him there, and it's going to be rebounded by the Comets. So a 3-0 game still for the Comets as we're just less than a minute in. Clary over to Tharp. Tharp's going to go out to Clary. Clary's going to drive the shot from mid-range, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Sullivan. He's driving down the court. He's passing it along. Number 13 takes the three, and it's good. and the Winona Wildcats answer with a 3. That's number 13, Patrick Cox. And we're tied here at 3 in the first quarter. Willard setting up his offense. He goes to Cade Clary, back to Willard. Willard lines it up, and it's good. Caden Willard, he says, I'll answer your 3 with a 3 of my own. So Caden Willard has 3 points so far now, and there's going to be a foul called on the Comets. That foul's on Jacob Ruddy. It's going to be his first. Cash Paisley is charged with the foul. So Cash Paisley going to inbound for the Wildcats. He goes into Cox. Cox O's up. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Corbin Tharp. It's stolen back by the Wildcats. Paisley goes up with a shot. He's fouled and one. Cash Paisley going to go to the line and try to make it a 3-point play. It's 6-5 the score now. And he'll try to tie it up here with this free throw. It's going to be a timeout called by Alton, and Coach Robbins is going to talk it over with his squad. We're just about 2 minutes into this first quarter. It's a 6-5 game. Cash Paisley, the senior, still needs to shoot his free throws. I'm sorry, Aiden Sullivan, by the way, I just want, here on my roster, it says he's just a junior. So imagine that, if this roster is correct, Aiden Sullivan's only a junior. So I've been saying it wrong the whole time, and correct me in the comments if this roster is wrong, but it looks like to me that Aiden Sullivan's only a junior. He just won the Big Springs Conference Player of the Year. He reached his 1,000th point just a few weeks back. He's going to be one to watch. And Cash Paisley as well played really well. The senior played phenomenal in the Big Springs Conference Tournament. So he's going to try to make a 3-point play after the timeout. He does not make his free throw, and it's rebounded by Cisco. Willard with the ball over to Ruddy. Ruddy back to Willard. Willard's going to set up his offense here. They're going to try to find a gap in this defense. The Wildcats playing a little aggressive on D. Clary picks up his dribble, gets it stolen, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. It'll be Comet basketball. Cade Clary to inbound. Willard goes over to Ruddy. Ruddy's going to take a 3. No good on the shot. Rebounded by Cisco. Cisco blocked by Sullivan. That's going to be a foul called. And that'll send Jaden Cisco to the line to shoot 2. Aiden Sullivan Patrick Cox charged with his first foul of the game. That first free throw is good. Seven to 5 the score, a 2-point lead for the Comets. Cisco no good on the second free throw, rebounded by Cox. So a 2-point lead for the Comets. The Winona Wildcats trying to answer. Student section a little short-staffed tonight since the Lady Comets are on the road. As that 3 by Cash Paisley puts the Winona Wildcats on top. It is 8-7. Cisco gets it stolen by Cash Paisley. Paisley's going to drive. He finds it. Oh, tries to go to Sullivan. Sullivan couldn't get there just in time, and it's going to be out of bounds by the Wildcats. Alton Comet basketball. Jacob Ruddy going to inbound with just under 5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. 7-8 the score. 1-point lead by the Wildcats. Willard gets it over to Clary. Clary over to Cisco. Cisco's going to try a 3. That one's no good. Rebounded by Channing Byrne. And it's Winona basketball. Channing Byrne with the ball. He tries to go into Sullivan. Good job by Kagan Hollis to be right in front of that. And it'll be Winona Wildcat basketball. So I am seeing some lady comments in the crowd right now, and I see Coach Airsmith over there. So I'm wondering what happened with that game against Kosh. I'm guessing they won that one. That one's rebounded by Kate Clary. That one's stolen by Paisley. That shot up is good. Owen Green, the senior from the Wildcats, gets 2 points. And the Wildcats are up by 3 now. Halfway through this first quarter.
Cade goes in with the shot up, and that one is no good. Rebounded by Paisley.
Sullivan gets the ball. He goes back to Paisley. Paisley's going to drive into Sullivan. Sullivan's going to go up the shot, and no good. Rebounded by Jacob Ruddy. So the Comets going to try to get the lead back. The shot up from Clary is no good. And a foul called on the floor. Looks like Cisco kind of got the wind knocked out of him there. So it's going to be Winona basketball. Jaden Cisco, rather, is going to go take a seat. And Channing Byrne is going to inbound for the Wildcats. They are up by 3 here in the first quarter. Aiden Sullivan with it goes to Byrne. Byrne finds Cox, knocked out of bounds by Willard. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Paisley gets it into Byrne. Back to Paisley. Over to number 11, that's Zach Neal. Back to Byrne. Over to Neal. Out to Paisley. Comets playing some tough defense. Neal with it. He tries to find somebody. He goes over to Sullivan. And Sullivan's going to be fouled by Kagan Hollis. I believe that's going to be Kagan Hollis's second foul. Disregard, that'll be his first. And that's going to be 5 team fouls for the Comets in this first quarter. So Sullivan's at the line. No good. So Sullivan looking for his first points of the night. Wildcats up by 3 still. Sullivan, no good on the second free throw. It's rebounded by Willard. Willard over to Ruddy. Ruddy's gonna take a 3. Splash 3 from Jacob Ruddy, and the Comets are now tied with the Wildcats. It's a 10-10 ball game with 2.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Paisley goes out to Cox. Cox takes a 3, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Ruddy. Cade Clary taking it down the court. That one stolen by Cox, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Comet basketball. Good job by Patrick Cox to be there for the steal. Jade Cisco going to check back into the game, and Kagan Hollis is going to go sit down and take a breather. Willard's going to try it from 3, and it's good. 3 points from Caden Willard. That was a really nice shot by Willard, and it's going to be a 13-10 ball game. A 3-point lead for the Comets. Paisley over to Byrne. Byrne trying to find somebody. He goes back to Paisley into Sullivan, but it's almost stolen by Cisco. That one's into Neal. Neal's going to drive up. No good on the shot. They're going to fight for it on the floor. That's going to be a jump ball. Oh, a travel called instead. So they're going to call a travel on the Comets. It's going to be Kate Clary charged with the travel. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. Sullivan over to Byrne. Inside back to Sullivan, out to Paisley. Paisley from three, that one's no good. Rebounded by Caden Willard. Minute and a half left to play, that one's out of bounds, and it's gonna be last touch by the Comets. And I don't think Willard liked that, but I do think it was a good call. And it'll be Wildcat basketball. Minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. 13-10, the Comets lead. Neal over to Cox, back to Byrne. Byrne to Cox, over to Paisley. Paisley to Neal. Neal over to Cox. Winona running some basketball here. Into Paisley. Into Sullivan. That was deflected by Cisco, but Winona saves it. Byrne drives up the shot, and it's good. 2 points for the Wildcats. And it's now a 1-point ball game. 13-12 still our score here in Alton High School. A minute, just under a minute left to play in this first quarter. Your Comets lead by 1, 13-12 the score. That one's a missed pass by Clary, and it's going to be a backcourt violation. And it'll be back in the hands of the Wildcats. So a little bit of a misread there by both the Comet players, and the costly mistake gives it back to the Wildcats. Paisley trying to find somebody open. He finds Byrne. Byrne goes out to Cox. Cox inside to Byrne. Byrne over to Sullivan. Sullivan gets the 2 points. Very nice play by Aiden Sullivan, and they're up by 1 here. It's 14-13. Winona with the lead with 8 seconds left to play. Comets probably going to hold it for the final shot. Willard takes a three. It's no good. Sullivan tries to get a half-court shot in, but it's no good, and that's going to end the first quarter. So a very long first quarter, a very stressful first quarter, and the Winona Wildcats have a 1-point lead. It's 14-13 the score as we end the first quarter. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in to Alton Comet Media. We always appreciate your support as we stream every home game. As wherever you are watching tonight, comment down below on our YouTube. Where are you tuning in from? Whether it's here in Alton, whether you're out in Winona, whether you're not even in the state of Missouri, wherever you're tuning in from to watch your hometown Comets or your visitor Wildcats, let us know down in the comment section. So the Wildcats up by 1. Comets keeping it close here in this first quarter. We'll see how the second quarter goes, if they can continue with this back and forth. Very good defense by both teams, as well as the offense being pretty on point so far. Lots of rebounds. Very low shooting percentage from both squads. Byrne into Sullivan. Sullivan's going to take the shot. That one's no good. Off the foot of Cisco, and it's going to be Wildcat basketball. So Byrne's going to inbound for the Wildcats. Over to Paisley. Paisley out to Sullivan. Sullivan goes over to Byrne. Byrne back to Paisley. Over to Cox. Cox back to Byrne. Over to number 3, Owen Green. That one's stolen by Cisco. He goes over to Holzapple. Holzapple drives the shot. That one's no good, and that one rebounded by Paisley, and he's going to take it back into Sullivan. Sullivan into Byrne. Byrne up with a shot, and it's good. 2 points for Channing Byrne. And it's a 16-13 ball game now. The Winona Wildcats leading by 3. We're just only a minute into this second quarter. Holzapfel gets it to Cisco. Cisco over to Clary. Clary takes a 3 and he's good from 3 points. And we're tied at 16 now after the Cade Clary 3-pointer. Byrne taking it across the court. That looked like that was almost a backcourt violation. I thought he crossed. Paisley's going to take the shot, and it's good. So 2 points from Cash Paisley, and I think Coach Robbins was looking for a backcourt there. It was really close. It's going to be a 2-point game. Clary passes it. Tries to get it to Holzapfel, but it's stolen by Cox. Channing Byrne going to take the drive, the shot. That one's no good. Rebounded by Sullivan. Sullivan, no good on that shot. And that rebound wind up going to Channing Byrne. Byrne's going to take a 3. No good on the shot. Rebounded by Corbin Tharp. And there's the first board from Corbin Tharp tonight. It's what you expect to see from Corbin Tharp. Lots of rebounds. That one's stolen by Channing Byrne. Byrne over to Sullivan. Sullivan is going to take a shot, and it's good. And that's 2 points from Aiden Sullivan. And speaking of Aiden Sullivan, Smokey Joe Norris says Aiden is a junior. Thank you, Miss Norris, for letting us know. So Aiden Sullivan with 2 points. The junior from Winona. Willard takes a 3, no good. Rebounded by Paisley. It's a 4-point lead for the Winona Wildcats. We appreciate everybody commenting in our comment section, letting us know, getting involved. We always appreciate it. Paisley goes up with a shot, and it's good for the 2 points. It's a 6-point lead. So we're getting word that our Alton Lady Comets took the win over Koshkonong. That's going to be a timeout called by Alton. So congratulations to the Lady Comets on taking the win over Koshkonong. I'm not sure what the score on that one was, but we will get that to you as soon as we get word on the score. So a timeout here by Alton. They're going to talk it over as the Comets are down by 6. The Winona Wildcats starting to pull away here in the second quarter. It was a close first quarter, and here so far with a little over 2 minutes, or a little over 3 minutes rather, into the second quarter, we've got some momentum shift for the Wildcats. For those Alton fans that may or may not like to follow the Thayer Bobcats, Thayer Lady Bobcats took the win over Salem today, 84-20, and a dominant win. Thayer moves to 15-5, and they're 5-0 in this SCA conference. And the Lady Bobcats will play Alton Lady Comets this coming Monday at 6 p.m. So that'll be something to look forward to here on Monday. Holzapfel takes a 2-point mid-ranger. It's good, and it's back to a 4-point ball game. So Winona is going to answer here. Byrne gets it over to Sullivan. Sullivan out to Cox. Cox takes it from 3. That one's no good, and it's rebounded by Corbin Tharp. We're halfway through this second quarter. Holzapfel into Tharp. Tharp is going to be called with the travel. I believe, well, no. I think that was a foul. I couldn't tell there. It looked like he was going to motion for the travel. That's going to be a foul call. A good call there by the ref. It's going to be Alton Comet basketball. That foul was charged to Owen Green. It'll be his first of the night. Cade Clary going to take a mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Cash Paisley. It'll be back in the hands of the Wildcats. Sullivan gets it out to Cox. Cox over to Byrne. Byrne to Paisley. Over to Aiden Sullivan. Aiden Sullivan goes up with the 2 points. And it's a 6-point lead for the Wildcats. We want to thank our Alton Comet Media crew over here. I've got Peyton Deckard beside me calling this game as that shot from three. Clary, 3 points, and that's good. And it's now a 3-point ball game. We've got Peyton Deckard on the headset with me tonight. We've got Abby over here on the yellow box keeping score for us. She's doing a fabulous job. And we got Connor over on the camera. Very good crew tonight. And Mrs. Cockram, our director of Alton Comet Media. That one was going to be called a jump ball. I thought Ruddy might have stole that one, but they're just going to blow the whistle for the jump ball. But it'll be Comet basketball nonetheless. And so Willard's going to inbound. Just under 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Willard's going to drive the shot, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Corbin Tharp. Corbin Tharp, he's going to try it again. That one's no good, and it's rebounded by Sullivan. Caden Willard trying to get that. Paisley over to Byrne. Byrne's going to thought about shooting it, and it's going to be a foul called. Byrne was fouled on the play. It's not going to be a shooting foul. So no shooting foul. It's going to be the first foul on the Comets in this game. Jaron Holzapple with the foul. It's his first. Aiden Sullivan gets that blocked. He goes out to Cox. Byrne over to Paisley. Over to Cox. Cox takes the shot, and it's good. 2 points for the Wildcats. 26-21. They lead by 5. Comets need to answer here. They're down by 5 here in the second quarter with under 2 minutes to go. Caden Willard almost loses that one. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by, I think that was Caden Willard that last touched it. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Channing Byrne going to inbound for the Wildcats. Byrne tries to get it across, but it's Caden Willard that gets charged with the foul. So Paisley going to pass it in. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds by Alton. So Winona still remains in control of possession. That one knocked out of bounds, and it'll be off of Alton again. So Alton playing some really tough pressure on the Wildcats here. Minute and a half to play in this second quarter. Sullivan over to Cox. Cox to Byrne, over to Neal. Neal into Paisley. Paisley tries to go out to Cox. Or excuse me, to Owen Green. He wasn't there. They're going to say it's last touch by Alton. So Alton just keeps knocking it out of the bounds. And they're putting pressure on Winona. Sullivan gets that blocked by Tharp. Tharp says not today, and he blocks it. Cade Clary is good with the 2 points. So it's a 3-point ball game. The Comets down by 3. Aiden Sullivan gets that knocked away, but it's saved. And that one Almost stolen by Ruddy, but Green saves it. Paisley drives up, the shot is no good, and he's fouled by Corbin Tharp. So Corbin Tharp charged with the foul. That'll send Cash Paisley to the line to shoot 2. And it's 3 fouls for Corbin Tharp. So Corbin Tharp in a little bit of foul trouble. So no good on the first free throw. He's going to try it again. The Wildcats up by 3. 26-23 the score with 40 seconds left to play in the second quarter. The second free throw is no good, and that's a tough one for the Wildcats. You kind of need those free throws in a close game like this. Alton going to try to answer here. Clary's just going to hold it for real quick. 20 seconds remaining. Alton may have the final shot in this second quarter. Willard goes out to Cisco. Cisco from 3, that one's no good. Rebounded by Winona. Sullivan with 3 seconds left. Byrne is going to take a 3, that one's no good. He was looking for the foul there, but it's not called. So 26-23 our score here in the first half. And Winona is going to lead it here as we go to the halftime. Don't go away. We'll be right back after a quick halftime break. Back at it here for the second half. We got a 26-23 ball game. The Winona Wildcats up by 3 over the Alton Comets. We just got word that the Alton Lady Comets have defeated the Koshkonong Blue Jays 67-32. The final score. I already see quite a few Lady Comets here in the gym already. I'm just a few spots down from me on our top, up at the top here of the gym is Coach Benson, head coach for the Lady Comets. So a good win for them. They will play the Thayer Lady Bobcats on Monday. I believe that'll be in Thayer. So pack the house for that one. So they break the huddle and we get ready for some second half action. The Alton Comets are down by 3 to the Winona Wildcats. The Winona Wildcats will inbound here to start the second half. Cash Paisley, number 45, the senior for the Wildcats, will inbound. Your starting 5 for the Comets are out on the court. So here we go. We are ready for some second half of basketball. It's a 3-point ball game. Sullivan finds Green. Green over to Paisley. Paisley into Cox. Cox tries to go up and is blocked by Corbin Tharp. And the Comets get the ball here in a 3-point ball game. Good block by Corbin Tharp. Tharp goes over to Ruddy, over to Willard. Willard over to Ruddy, and over to Cisco. Cisco gets it back to Ruddy. Ruddy finds Clary. Clary gets up. The shot from mid-range is good. 2 points for Cade Clary. Not Cade Willard, Cade Clary. And it's a 1-point ball game. Just a minute into this third quarter, Paisley goes up with a shot. That one's no good. Rebounded by Kate Clary, and a foul called. But it'll still be Alton Comet basketball. So Jaden Cisco is going to inbound for the Alton Comets. (26-25), Wildcats lead. Ruddy over to Tharp. Tharp goes up with a shot, and that one is no good. Rebounded. No rebound. That was knocked out of bounds. The last touch by Winona. It'll be Comet basketball. That last foul, as that one's blocked and rejected by Cox. So that was knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a foul. Send Cisco to the line. That foul was on Channing Byrne. That'll be his first. Our director of Comet Media bringing up some refreshments. Little mid-game pick-me-up here. The Comets only down by 1. Cisco takes the free throw, no good, and it's rebounded by Aiden Sullivan. Sullivan's going to take it down the court. Sullivan up with the shot, no good, and a foul called. So Aiden Sullivan's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul was on Cade Clary, and only his first foul. So not a ton of fouls in this game for the Comets. They did have a few in the first half, but not very many. So the Comets doing a good job of playing clean basketball, and the refs letting the kids play. So Sullivan 2 for 2 from the free throw line to start out this quarter.
Willard goes out to Cade. Cade holds on to it, goes back to Willard. Dribbles around, tries to go in, gets blocked. Clary goes up for the three, and that one is good.
So a tie ball game. It's 28-28 the score. Winona tries to answer. Sullivan up with the shot. That one's no good. Rebounded by Cox. Cox is going to go with the second chance point, and that's no good. Rebounded by Jacob Ruddy. Caden Willard with the ball. He's going to try to find somebody here. Willard over to Clary, and that one's stolen by Sullivan. Sullivan, he's going to take it up the court. The drive is no good. It's stripped by Willard, and they're going to call a foul. So a little bit of a frustration foul there on Sullivan. Byrne, Channing Byrne with his second foul of the game. Willard over to Jacob Ruddy. Ruddy into Clary. Clary thought about the three, changes his mind. Willard takes a deep three. That one no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Channing Byrne with the ball now. Byrne finds Sullivan. Sullivan takes it over to Cox. Cox from three. That one's no good, and that's rebounded by Corbin Tharp. Tharp with not a ton of rebounds so far in the night, and that pass from Clary intended for Caden Willard goes out of bounds. So it'll be back in the hands of the Winona Wildcats. 4.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. We are still tied at 28. Paisley over to Byrne. Byrne back into Sullivan. Sullivan's going to take the drive. The shot, no good, and a foul called, and that's going to send Aiden Sullivan to the line. That foul called on Cade Clary. It's going to be his second foul of the game. We're halfway through this third quarter. Sullivan going to try to take this lead, and he makes the first free throw, so it's a 1-point lead now for the Winona Wildcats. Corbin Tharp is going to go take a seat and take a breather while Kagan Hollis comes in the game. Shout out to Kagan Hollis, man. This year he has been really good as a backup for Corbin Tharp as Sullivan misses the second free throw, and it goes back to Willard. Willard's going to drive up the court. The shot is up, and it's good. And the Comets take a 1-point lead. It's 30-29 the score. Byrne heavily guarded by Willard. Over to Paisley. Into Sullivan. Sullivan's going to take the shot, and he's fouled again, and one. Aiden Sullivan with the and one. He's going to go to the line and try to make it a three-point play after the foul. That foul was called on Kagan Hollis. That's going to be his second foul of the ball game. Wildcats up by one now. Sullivan good on his free throw. So it's a three-point play for the junior, Aiden Sullivan. And the Comets are going to take the ball down the court. Caden Willard with possession. He goes over to Clary. Clary's going to take a three. That one's good. Cade Clary with the three-pointer, and the Comets are back ahead by one. It's 33-32, and folks, we have a close game here. Winona and Alton going back and forth here. Paisley's going to take it up. That one's no good. They're going to call a foul. So that foul is going to be on Kagan Hollis again. That's going to be his third foul. Winona. Byrne Over to Sullivan. Sullivan back to Cox. Over to Byrne. Byrne to Paisley. Paisley over to Cox. And then over to, looks like that was Owen Green. Cox over to Byrne. And on to Sullivan. Over to Paisley. Into Sullivan again. Sullivan. No, foul called. And that's stolen by Kate Clary. I thought that was an offensive foul. And there's going to be a foul called. And so Winona's going to get charged with that foul. It's going to be a blocking foul. So Cade Clary is going to go to the line to shoot two. That foul was on Channing Byrne, his third foul of the ball game. Just under 3 minutes left to play in the third quarter. First free throw is good from Cade Clary, and the Comets are up by 2 now. Kagan Hollis is going to go take a seat. Corbin Tharp checks back in for the Alton Comets. Clary no good on the free throw. Rebounded by Owen Green. Almost goes out of bounds. Cisco playing tough pressure. That one's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Willard. And it'll be Winona Wildcat basketball. Comets playing some full court press. Green over to Sullivan. They take it across midcourt. Sullivan over to Paisley. Paisley over to Green. Green over to Neal. Neal to Cox. Cox over to Green. Back to Paisley. Over to Neal. Neal over to Green. Paisley. He's going to drive the shot up, and that falls in. So we're tied again at 34 with 2 left to play in the third quarter. It's 34-34, the score here, after Cash Paisley gets the 2 points to tie it up. Ruddy inside to Tharp. He loses that one, but they're going to call a foul. That foul was on Cash Paisley. It's going to be a second foul. And that's going to be the 5th team foul for the Winona Wildcats. And that'll send Cisco to the line. So the Comets in the bonus. Cisco going to try to take the lead back here with these free throws. No good on the first one. Just got under 2 left to play here in the third quarter. We appreciate you all tuning in to Alton Comet Media. Cisco makes his second free throw, and it's 35-34 now, the score, with under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Sullivan over to Cox. Cox over to Paisley. Paisley to Green. Green over to Neal. Neal over to Cox. Cox over to Green. Into Sullivan. Sullivan over to Neal. Over to Green. Now over to Paisley. That's to Neal to Sullivan. He thought about a 3. Changes his mind. Green to Paisley, into Sullivan. Sullivan, he gets the ball stripped, and it's going to be a foul called. That's going to send Aiden Sullivan to the line yet again. So that foul is on Caden Willard. It's going to be his second foul of the game. First free throw, no good from Sullivan. Andrew Trantham's going to come into the game, and Jaden Cisco is going to go take a breather. This is the first appearance in the ball game for Andrew Trantham. And that second free throw is good, so we're tied at 35. I think that's Carson Trantham, excuse me. I don't know why I said Andrew. Carson Trantham is in the game. Ruddy's going to take a three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Tharp. Tharp's going to go up for the second chance bucket, and it's no good. Paisley rebounds it. He takes it up the court. The shot is good, and it's an and one. Caden Willard's going to be charged with the foul. It's going to be his third, and Caden Willard is down. Caden Willard with 3 fouls in this game. Paisley going to try to make it a three-point play. They haven't updated the scoreboard yet, but I believe that's 37-35 Winona. So the three-point play is good, and it's 38-35. Winona leads by 3 with under a minute left to go. In the third quarter, Cade Clary goes up with a mid-range shot, and it's good. 2 points for the Comets, and they answer. It's now a one-point ball game with 30 seconds left. Sullivan goes over to Green, over to Neal, over to Cox. Cox inside to Green. That one goes through his hands, and it's stolen by the Comets. Cade Clary. Clary takes it from 3, and that's no good. Too short, rebounded by Willard. Willard's going to take a 3, no good, and that ends the third quarter. 38-37, a one-point ball game as we enter the fourth quarter. We'll take a break real quick. We'll be right back. Back at it for the fourth quarter. 1 point game. The Winona Wildcats lead by 1. That one's tipped off the hands of Willard, and it's going to be Winona basketball. So Paisley going to inbound for the Wildcats. They lead by 1 here in a close game. We knew it was going to be close from the start, and it sure has been. Sullivan takes the drive, the shot, no good. Rebounded by Byrne, and Byrne's going to go up. He's fouled, and it's going to be an and one. So Channing Byrne going to try to make it a three-point play. That foul was called on Corbin Tharp, and that's 4 fouls for Corbin Tharp, so he's in some foul trouble. Byrne, no good on the free throw, rebounded by Tharp. It's a three-point game. The Wildcats lead by 3. It's 40-37 the score. Willard over to Clary. Clary to Ruddy. Ruddy from 3. Knocks it in, and we're tied. 40-40 our score with just a minute into this fourth quarter. Jacob Ruddy Nice three to tie the game up. Sullivan goes to Cox. Cox over to Green. Green finds Sullivan. Sullivan drives up. The shot goes up, and it's good. 2 points for Aiden Sullivan, and it's 42-40 now. Caden Willard takes it from three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Sullivan. I appreciate the effort by Willard, but just a little strong on the three. Winona trying to get some more points and extend this lead. It's a 2-point ball game. Student section on their feet. They're getting hyped. Trying to put some pressure on this Winona Wildcat offense. Sullivan out to Cox. Cox to Green. Green over to Sullivan. Then that one's over to Green, or excuse me, to Paisley. Paisley takes it up. The shot, he's fouled. And he's going to go to the line. So Cade Clary is charged with his third foul. Cash Paisley up at the line. He's going to try to extend this Winona Wildcat lead. That first one, no good. Paisley going to try it again from the free throw line. That one's no good. Rebounded by Cisco. Still a 2-point ball game. It's 42-40. The Wildcats up by 2. Ruddy takes a three, knocks it in! 3 points for Jacob Ruddy, and a timeout called by the Comets. 43-42. We have a new ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Ruddy coming in there clutch. It's 43-42 with just under 6 to play here in the game. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this timeout. So we're back here in the fourth quarter, 43-42 the score. Winona trying to take the lead back from the Comets. We're in an exciting game here. Sullivan inside, the shot goes up and it's good. 44-43 now. Winona takes back the lead, and it's just a back and forth here between these two conference rivals.
Willard over to Clary, to Ruddy with the three, and that one is good.
Jacob Ruddy takes the three and he gets it. It's a 2-point lead for the Comets. And the Comets really wanting to play some tight defense here. They got to put a stop here to this Wildcat offense, who is on fire as well. Sullivan goes out to Cox. Cox takes it from three, and it's good! Wow! They are just trading threes here, and Patrick Cox with the three-pointer. It's 47-46, and another timeout called here in a 1-point game with 4.5 minutes left to play in the game. The Winona Wildcats lead by 1 point. It is getting loud here, folks. The crowd is on their feet. The student section is on their feet. The cheerleaders are battling it out to see who's louder. We appreciate everybody viewing on Alton Comment Media, Alton Sports Network. It has been a very, very close game. I kind of went into this game expecting it to be close, but I just, you know, once it actually happens, it kind of catches you off guard. So Winona breaks the huddle, and the Comets do the same. It's 47-48. The Comets are going to start with the ball down on the other end of the court. Willard setting up his offense as he slows it down, walks it across the court. They are down by 1 point. That one's stolen by Patrick Cox. He hit the three to take the lead, and then he gets the steal inside to Sullivan. Sullivan to Paisley. Paisley from three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Corbin Tharp. That one's almost stolen by Cox, but the Comets keep it. Cisco over to Willard. Willard over to Ruddy. Ruddy, there's going to be a foul called on Channing Byrne. So that'll be the first team foul for the Wildcats. It'll still be Comet basketball. Channing Byrne is charged with his his fourth foul of the fourth quarter of the game, So 4 fouls for Channing Byrne. He's in foul trouble. Clary, no good on the three. That one's rebounded by Cisco. Willard over to Tharp. Tharp goes up the shot, no good on the shot, and they're going to call a travel on Corbin Tharp. You wouldn't see a travel call if this were the NBA, but because it is high school, because it is basketball, it's real basketball, they will call the travel for Tharp. So, very tough for the Comets, but the Wildcats have a chance to extend the lead, and they do not get to on this drive as Paisley misses that one, and it's rebounded by Tharp. Willard's going to take it up. He's going to go out to Ruddy. Ruddy from three, no good on the shot, and it's rebounded by Patrick Cox. Over to Byrne. Byrne's going to take it down the court. Winona looking for a foul there. Aiden Sullivan over to Cox. Cox is going to take it for three. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Sullivan. He's going to take it up. And it's a foul and one. And they are hyped now as the Wildcats extend the lead to 3.
Looks like that foul was on Caden Willard.
Caden Willard with his 4th foul of the game, and Aiden Sullivan going to try to make it a 3-point play. It's 49-46 with just under 3 minutes left to play in the game. Sullivan, no good on the free throw, and it's a 3-point ball game still, and that gives the Comets the chance to tie it here with 1 3-point shot. Willard up with the shot, and is fouled. No good on the shot. It's going to send Caden Willard to the line. That foul was on Owen Green. It's going to be a 2nd foul of the game. Caden Willard going to try to close the gap here. He makes his first free throw, and it's a 2-point game. Channing Byrne comes back into the game, and Zach Neal is going to take a seat. Willard makes a 2nd free throw, and we're back to a 1-point ball game. 49-48 the score. Byrne Gets it across to Sullivan. Sullivan over to Cox. Cox back into Sullivan. Sullivan goes up with a shot and no good. Rebounded by Caden Willard. They're going to fight on the floor. It's stolen by Sullivan. Knocked out of bounds. And a foul is called. So that foul is on Jaden Cisco. And that's his second foul of the ball game. Paisley over to Sullivan. Sullivan inside to Green. Green, the shot is good. No foul. And we're up to a 3-point ball game now. 51-48 with 2 left to play in the ball game. Caden Willard with the ball. He's going to try to answer. Over to Ruddy. Clary gets that deflected, but it's saved by Willard. Ruddy from 3. No good on the shot. Rebounded by Tharp. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcats. So the Comets keep possession here. Over to Ruddy. Ruddy tries to find an open man. He goes to Clary. Clary to Willard. Willard over to Ruddy. Ruddy back to Clary. Clary over to Willard. Willard from 3. No good on the shot. Rebounded, tried to rebound it by Clary. That's knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be Winona basketball as it was last touched by Clary.
Yeah, it's getting very intense. The Comets down by 3 with a minute and a half left to go in the game, and they're just hoping to get some shots up.
Sullivan gets it over to Paisley. Paisley gets that one almost stolen, knocked out of bounds. Ruddy was there to fight him for it, and it's going to be Winona basketball still with a minute 21 left to play. They're up by 3. They're going to look for some insurance here. Sullivan drives a shot. He's fouled. And he's going to go to the line. And the Alton fans do not like that call. Sullivan going to go to the charity stripe. That foul was on Corbin Tharp, and that'll be 5 fouls for Corbin Tharp. Give him a hand. He's had a monster season and a good game. I mean, he's played tough today, and that is going to do it for him. So Kagan Hollis in the game for Tharp. Sullivan makes his first free throw, and that extends the lead to 4 now. That is what you want. If you're the Winona Wildcats in this position, you want the free throws. Every free chance you can get to extend that lead. As the Alton Comets are going to try to make a comeback with a minute 15. He makes his second free throw, and a timeout called by Coach Robbins and the Comets. 1:15 left to go, 53-48 here in the fourth quarter. Just to recap here, Corbin Tharp is now fouled out of this game. So it is a very, very tough loss for the Comets if you think about it. But they do have Kagan Hollis out there, but I believe Hollis has 3 fouls, if I am not mistaken. So that is something to watch for as we approach the final minute of the game. Coach Robbins getting intense with his guys. He's getting it in their heads. They need to step up on defense. Winona is probably going to play some tough coverage here on the Comets. They're up by 5 with a minute 15 left. So Ruddy's going to inbound to Willard. Willard is going to take it across half court. Willard over to Ruddy. Ruddy over to Clary. Clary back to Ruddy. Ruddy from 3. That one no good. Rebounded by Neal. Over to Paisley, and just under a minute left. They're going to intentionally foul. And that'll be 5. That's 5 fouls already for the Comets. So it'll send Cash Paisley to the line with a 5-point lead. That's not really what you want for the Comets. They're just going to try to hope he can miss these free throws. That foul was on Jacob Ruddy, his second of the game. 57 seconds left in this ball game. He makes his free throw, and that's 6-point lead for the Winona Wildcats as they are tacking on the points here in the final minute of this ball game. Paisley, no good on this second free throw. Rebounded by Cisco. Willard takes it fast up the court. He's going to go up with the shot, and it's good. 2 points for Caden Willard, and another timeout called by the Comets. 48 seconds left, 54-50. And we're going to take a quick break here as they take their timeout. So we're here with 48 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Winona Wildcats will have the ball. They're up by 4. That one stolen by Cisco. And a foul called. That'll be on Winona. And that's going to be on Patrick Cox. That is awesome. If you're the Comets, that you really wanted that. Second foul on Patrick Cox. 4-point game here. Caden Willard. He's going to drive the shot. No good. And that's rebounded by Paisley. Sullivan with the ball with under 30 seconds left to play. Cox is going to drive. No, he's going to pass out to Paisley. Over to Byrne. Byrne to Sullivan. Back to Cox. Cox in to Green. Green to Paisley. Over to Byrne. Byrne to Sullivan. And they're going to intentionally foul. It's going to be Cade Clary with the intentional foul. It's going to send Sullivan to the line with 12 seconds left. And I think that's going to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen. It will be very hard to come back from this one with a 4-point game. Winona 54, Alton 50. 12.9 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Sullivan at the line. He makes his first free throw. It's a 5-point game. Sullivan, his second free throw is good. It's a 6-point ball game. And that leaves the Comets with less than 13 seconds. Neal full court pressing. That one's knocked out of bounds, last touch by Winona. It'll be Alton Comet basketball with 8.7 seconds remaining. Holzapple from 3. That one's good. 3 points from Jaron Holzapple. They're going to intentionally foul. 1 second left, and there's a 3-point ball game, 56-53. It's 1.2 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Cash Paisley is going to try to seal the deal here with the free throw. If he can make his free throws, that'll seal the win for the Winona Wildcats. Paisley no good on the first free throw. This is very big if you're the Comets. They have to block out. If he misses this free throw, you block out. You get the rebound as Coach Robbins is going to call a timeout real quick. But, man, this is a very close game. You know, Coach Robbins is probably talking to his team right now saying if he misses this free throw, you have to block out. You have to get the rebound and call a quick timeout. And that will leave you with about a second, less than a second left. You'll have it at midcourt. You'll try to get a shot up. It's going to be very close. But crazier things have happened here in a three-point game. The best they can do, the best the Alton Comets can do is tie this game up. So we know we're either going into overtime or the Wildcats are going to win this ball game. So it'll all come down to this free throw right here. Paisley has got to make the free throw. Alton needs to block out. And the Winona Wildcats, all four down at the end of the court. They're waiting on the Comets. And he makes his free throw. And that half-court shot is no good. And that'll do it here. Final score, 57-53. The Winona Wildcats take the win here tonight in Alton. What a game. Absolutely, a great game played by both teams. And that is going to do it here tonight. We thank you all for tuning in to Alton Comet Media. We will have some more home games to stream you here later in this season. We got 3 more home games, so don't forget to tune into those. We'll have a schedule sent out soon. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody have a good night.